Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Moonriver. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. And if you want to support the kids in Gaza, there's going to be a donation link down below in the description. Even a few dollars is going to make a difference. Now, taking a look at the coin market cap page, you can see we're sitting at $226 million market cap. And I want to touch on the charts, of course. So before we jump into the charts, I quickly want to take a look at some of the on-chain statistics. So jumping into moonriver.moonscan.io/chart/address. I'll leave the link down below in the description. So this shows us the unique Moonriver chain addresses. And as you can see, since September 2021, it has grown from approximately 1,000 we had back then. Right now, it's sitting at 1,164,000. That is the current amount of unique addresses. And this does show that the chain is growing in popularity. And this is certainly one of those statistics to be looking at if you're deciding whether the project is dead or not. Now, jumping into Moonriver subscan.io, you can see that we had approximately 500,000 holders before we started pumping at the end of 2023, and then we quickly dropped to 37,000 holders. So this was probably a lot of people taking a lot of profits while other people were filling up their bags. And you can see the holders grew from 37,000 to approximately 150,000, so 5x in just a month, even less than a month. And this is a bullish sign in my opinion, because if we hadn't started this growth, then that would have shown me that there is an issue. You know, we're not growing in terms of holders. Something's wrong here. But I think for now we can see that it's been doing fine. And yes, it's quite a steep drop because it was down for such a long time. So a lot of people managed to accumulate from June 2023 up until December. So we grew from approximately 250,000 to 525,000. And, you know, those just are a few on-chain stats that you can look at. And before we continue with the video, I quickly want to mention my Patreon that's linked down below in the description. If you enjoy my content, you want to get more exclusive content, and you want to support me at the same time, definitely feel free to check out the Patreon, because you're going to get a 7-day free access on my Patreon and an instant access to all of my content since October 2021, which is when I started. You'll get access to content like exclusive weekly podcasts, and we're starting to invite guests already. We have 40 plus low cap gem posts. We have a bunch of project reviews. We have a bunch of resources that are going to help you save time and make more money with this upcoming bull market. So this is definitely a great exchange of value for the both of us. And once again, there's a 7-day free trial. Feel free to check it out. You can leave anytime, and let's continue with the video. So let's jump into the weekly chart. You can see we had, of course, a massive move to the upside, and we're still hovering above the 55 EMA, and this makes me very bullish. We haven't seen that quick drop that we usually see after these relief rallies from Moonriver. You can see every time we had a move to the upside, we quickly dipped. As you can see, quickly dipped. And then the January 2023, another move to the downside. So this is looking very bullish. Once again, $18.50 is going to be a great entry. If you want to set up some buy limit orders around that price, feel free to do that, because if we have a quick wick to the downside, you want to be able to catch that. And if you don't have those limit orders set up, we can have a wick, retrace back up, and you've missed out on that great entry point. That's what some people did with $20, because on the previous videos we looked at the daily chart and I gave you $20 as an optimal entry point, which is essentially the top of this wick, right? On the weekly it shows up as a wick. On the daily it's more of a candle because it's a zoomed in chart. So the 20 MA, of course, is going to be a very important level for us to hold, but I do think we're going to be staying above $18.50 before the 20 MA catches up, and then we could have a bounce off of the 20 and then another explosion potentially taking us to $88. That is going to be a very, very good, place to swing trade if that's what you're looking to do. That's going to be a really good spot for us to sell if your average is around, let's say $5. That's going to be a 1,590% to the upside. That is absolutely massive. So currently I'm sitting at $7 something, $7.85, and that would be a 984%, which is crazy. So I want to take a look at the RSI and the stochastic. You can see they're still quite overextended. The stochastic seemingly is trying to reverse midway through. Maybe we'll have some sort of a move to the upside, brief retest of this lower level of the resistance block that we have above us. So maybe $44 is going to be a level for us to test. Maybe we continue pumping and we get to $88 immediately. Now we looked at the daily chart in the previous update, and I pointed out the fact that we are potentially in a bullish pennant, and we could see a nice breakout up to, I think, so if we do this on the weekly chart here, you can see the target is sitting at $54, which is within the realms of this purple resistance block. So it still is going to be a retest of that resistance, and at the end of the day we're probably going to see a retracement from there. But if you're looking for a quick little exit with a buyback 20-30% lower, you could risk it. But of course, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't suggest you swing trade. Be careful with this. You don't want to sell right before we get to the bull market. And if we take a look at the volume indicator, you can see we're starting to see some volume candles popping up here, which is great compared to what we've been seeing throughout the bear market, which was absolutely nothing. So that's great to see. And with the Polkadot 2.0 emerging in 2024, things are looking bright for the Polkadot ecosystem. If everything plays out the way it seemingly is going to be playing out, then Moonriver, Moonbeam, Kusama, Polkanex, all of these Polkadot coins are going to be performing very, very well, and I'm very excited for their future. Of course, let's not get too bullish too early, because we don't want to, have these outlandish targets, like $1,000 Moonriver price target. And if it doesn't get there, we're not going to be selling. We're going to be forever holders. That's not my type of mentality for now. $150 to $200 is what I'm going to be looking at. If Polkadot 2.0 is going to be a success and we have a lot of demand for all of these Polkadot projects and we see parabolic moves, then I might, readjust those targets and move them up by a bit. That is always something that you can do based on some specific news. But let me know what are your targets to the upside. Let me know what is your average buying price. Let me know if you're waiting for a drop from here, or do you think we're going to be pumping from this bullish pennant that we're looking at right now. $55 seemingly is our target. Thank you all for watching. Stay safe and take care, guys.